Hello, guys. Hello, hello. Give it a second to let a couple people come on real quick. And I'm just going to plop my fat butt down here for a second and talk to you guys. Oh, little babies. Hi, sweet baby. Okay, so there's a lot of things I want to say. Let me start off with what's going on here, which is absolutely nothing other than this place. I don't think, other than when they have actually, I don't think I've ever seen this place this busy as it is today. There are thousands of kids, on the east side of the Capitol, to get into the visitor center. There were hundreds and hundreds of kids in line to get into the visitor center on both sides. There was probably a couple of hundred people waiting across the street, kids, to get in line at the Library of Congress. They're everywhere today. Tourists and just tour buses, and I don't think I've ever actually seen it this busy, which I'm happy for my city girl. She's back to life. For me, it makes it a nightmare because the way they have things set up here in the city, if you're turning right, which I make millions of right turns, your green light goes with them walking. So if they're walking across the crosswalk, you can't make the damn right. You have to sit there through 3 lights just to get anywhere. So it's taken me forever to get through this city today to check things out. So that's why I haven't been on here earlier. Plus, there wasn't anything really worth going live throughout the place. What I did do was take a couple of quick videos. I went over to the Kennedy Center, and I'm going to put something together about that because Trump had a meeting over there. And threw me back to a memory, and he was talking about the closed rooms in the basement with no windows. Okay, so I went over to the Kennedy Center and just pulled over real quick and did a 1-minute video so I could attach my pics to that. And then I went over across the street there to the Voice of America building, because now Carrie Lake is coming out with all of the fraud that's attached to that building. And I have stuff for that building. So basically what's happening right now for me, let me just talk about a couple of things here. So other than doing my lives and stuff, so let me just tell you what was put in one of the comments of that post that I made yesterday, is that I am now a clone. Lord have mercy. I have been replaced. I am a clone, and they did it so well that even Jalen does not know that. The same mom that butt humps her in the kitchen when she's cooking and not paying attention, she doesn't know it's not me. Oh Lord, I just can't anymore. Okay, when I read that comment, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. You know what I mean? At first I was like, this is the most bullshit I've really ever heard, and it kind of aggravated me because that's, to pass that kind of shit around is just ridiculous, okay? But the more it went on in the day, I kept laughing, and I would go in the kitchen or wherever Jalen was and kind of butt hump her and be like, this is the clue, because I told her, she was like, maybe I should share the text that you sent me the other day that, because they were like, it doesn't even sound like her. She's using punctuation. This is AI generated. She's like, maybe you should share the text that you sent me the other day where your spelling was like way off. And so we both got kind of a kick out of it. But that's what's being said right now. Is I'm shaking here because like it's, I'm just there. I'm at that moment where it's like, enough's enough. And let me share with you where I'm at as far as I go. I'm shaking. I'm sorry. And I didn't want to put all of this in a post. I wanted y'all to hear my voice when I say all this stuff. So, a couple of months ago, I went MIA for that period of time. We had some really bad shit happen in my family, okay? And I was already really hanging on by a thread. And when that happened, it just sucked whatever little I had left. And for the past couple of months since then, I've been trying really desperately to pick myself back up. And I'm still shaking. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold it with both hands. And I've done an okay kind of job. I'm still here. But to be quite honest with you, I have been, for a while, mentally and emotionally struggling to get through this mess. Not only do I have a lot of things going on in my personal life, I'm trying to hold on out there, guys. I'm going through all the same stuff y'all are going through. There are these people that pass these rumors of me. They hate me. They think I'm like, I don't know. They think I'm rolling in money and all this stuff, and I'm not. I don't make money doing this, okay? I mean, so I'm struggling trying to keep everything together for Jalen and I, and continue to come here, okay? So I'm really stressed out all the time. On top of what's going on in the world, it's, I'm not, I'm in the middle of everything. I feel bad for everybody, not just us. I feel bad for everybody that's going through this, because this is a nightmare for all of us, okay? And I'm truly one of those people that sucks up I'm still shaking. I'm so sorry. Anyhow, I'm truly one of those people that just sucks up everybody's emotions. Okay. And that's what I've been doing throughout this. And I don't know how to not do that. Okay. So everybody that's going through shit, I go through it with you. I just don't say anything. I just absorb it and deal with it. So on top of that, I've been in DC for 4.5 years. Okay. And I have seen and experienced things in person that have shaken me to my core at times. But the thing is that, and I know that we have seen only sporadic things for the past couple of years, okay? But for those first couple of years, y'all that have been with me, shit hit the fan here, okay? Shit hit the fan here. And I was here. And I've documented everything. And all of that time, I never once dreamt that I would still be here 4.5 years later. I honestly felt like I would only be here for a few months. Okay? But here we are 4.5 years later. And I'm doing my best to live with that. It's a lot of chaos in my brain. It's a lot of information, okay? And I keep going back to it. It's like, and I can't help it. I just can't help it. It's my life. It's my memories. It's my experience. And I don't have any solid answers for all of it, okay? So it's very, very, very frustrating for me. Because on top of all of that, I am paying attention to everything that's going on. I don't post about stuff. I figure lately there's enough people that are posting about news that y'all don't need me for that anymore. You really don't. You know, in the beginning, okay, but there's so many people that are posting about the news and sharing the news that you don't need me for that. But I am paying attention to every single thing out there. So I'm trying to put it all together with what I've seen. And there are some things that are now happening that I am able to put together with the things that I've seen. Except even then, I don't really feel at ease. I mean, I do and I don't. I am desperate right now. I have no peace in my head. I have no peace in my heart. It's just complete chaos for me anymore. And I am lately, and more so every day that goes by, I am desperate for answers. I'm desperate. Because I have made this my everything. I have, and I have gone through so much shit. A lot of it you know about, a lot of it you don't. And I have things inside of me that I don't talk about. There's things I can't talk about. And I feel like lately I'm losing it. Like I'm, that's where I'm at. I feel like lately I'm desperate for the truth. And I'm desperate for answers to all the things that I've seen here and the things that I've been able to share with you here. And I kind of hoped it would be a little quicker, that we'd start getting more substantial shit, and it's not. And so I also sit here and think, oh my gosh, how much longer, or will you ever get answers or confirmation? Now, I've gotten confirmation of certain things along the way, so that's why I'm still here, okay? And I've shared those confirmations with you. That things, everything that I thought was happening, And I've gotten confirmation from some pretty big people, okay? But all of these experiences that I've had, I just don't, I don't have confirmation to. It's like I'm so desperate lately for it, and I'm trying to hold on, and that's where I'm at, guys. I feel like everything inside of me anymore is just chaos. And the more shit happens in the country, the more shit happens between people. Like, I just got in a small altercation over by Black Lives Matter Plaza with some 40-year-old dude that was like, I have my Q sweatshirt on. Now, you all know me. I'm good to everybody. I'm not going to hurt anyone or be mean to anyone. And, he kind of got in my face, and he's like, oh, you're accused, sir. Where's your Messiah now? Where's your Messiah now? And it was with a small group of people, and one of his buddies had to actually come up and usher him away from me. And I tried to have a conversation with him. I really did. And he kept getting in my face. And I told him, I said, this is the problem. I said, nobody wants to have real conversations about this stuff. I said, just, as he walked away, I said, do me a favor. I said, research the Act of 1871. Do me a favor, just do that. And maybe that'll get you a little start. But even our country's in chaos. So it's like, people treating each other terribly, and it's a lot. And I don't know. I'm just very quiet lately because I need to be. There's nothing more than that. And as far as the post I made, I know I'm all over the place. I just want to let you guys know where I'm at. And not to worry, I'm going to get through this. I always get through this, but I am lately really, really, really barely holding on to everything. Mentally and emotionally. I break down all the time. And I don't need to be on social media right now because I don't want to take it out on people. We're all victims of this shit. But as far as that post that I had to make yesterday, the same people that can't stand me, that call me a fraud and I'm lying to everybody. They're sitting there, they got some little group, and they shared some post that I'm gone, making it seem like something has happened to me. And a friend of a good friend reached out to them and was like, does she know that they're like trying to take money up for her kids, insinuating that something's happened? And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So the people who think that I am spreading like lies and misinformation and I'm a fraud have a small group of people, like-minded people, who they are lying to, who they are betraying. And I hope you guys are listening to this, because that's the whole hypocrisy of it. It's the whole hypocrisy of this whole thing. So I want everybody to be really, really careful, because I'm not on social media as much as I am. There are tons and tons of fake accounts for me. Tons and tons of them. And they're up to no good. They have not one good intention in their body by making these fake profiles. They either want to scam you for this, oh, she's gone, let me collect money for her on behalf of her children, or they want to, I saw another one where it's like something about their 401k plans, saw another one about XRP. Well, let me just say this to you. I don't deal with any of that stuff. And I actually had to have some friends help me with the crypto thing. I don't deal with that shit. So I don't want anybody, and that's always a pressure on me as well, is that, and I've gotten tons and tons of messages and emails about people getting scammed over these fake accounts and XRPs, and that's a huge pressure on me to protect you all too. So it's like, please be careful of all of that stuff. Please be careful of all of that stuff. Don't fall for any of the crap. These people, I don't know. I don't know really who they are. This small group, I've got their stuff, don't worry. But it's just another thing. You know what I mean? So please be very careful of all of that stuff. Don't fall for any of it. No QFS account crap. When that does happen, you won't need an account. You won't need an account. They're just going to do the old switcherooski. You don't have to have somebody BSing you or Nasara Jasara or whatever that is, okay? So just be really, really careful. And, like I put in my post yesterday, I've had to have the conversation with Jaylin. And it was a really hard conversation. And she cried. And I hope that makes people feel good out there, that, the things that you've done to me that have really, affected a young girl's life. And I've never done anything to you to deserve that stuff. I've never done anything to anybody. All I've done was mind my own business coming here. And I can do that. But I have been terrorized the entire time as well as coming to my home, destroying my vehicle. And my little girl has to live in that apartment because I can't afford to move her out of there. So if it makes y'all feel good to know that you've affected a young woman like that, then that's a sad thing, because I would never do that to a child. I've minded my own business, and I continue to do so, and I will continue to do so. But I've had the conversation with Jalen that if anything, God forbid, should happen to me, and y'all need to be notified, she will put it on my official Facebook account, and she will put it on Telegram. So if you see anything that is being passed around, please make sure it's my official account. My Facebook's got 85,000. My Telegram's got 155,000. So check the followers. Or anytime you see one of those posts about QFS or any of that stuff, please check the following to make sure, because you'll know it's not me. All right? That's just the thing. So even though that I've been really, really struggling for a while, I'm not giving up, okay? I'm not giving up. I just need as much peace as I can possibly find right now until this mess is over. And it's just taking its good old sweet time, but it's coming. So I just need as much peace to get through my life, not just here in D.C. and on social media, but through my life. And try to make Jalen's life as normal as possible. And it is. Aside from when other people cause issues. So that's a sad thing, right? So anyhow, I'm not giving up, okay? I just need some peace. I just need to be quiet. DC lately, there's not a whole lot to see, okay? I'm still going to come. I think I'm only going to come a couple of times a week. It's very busy now. So I think I'm just going to keep a little looser of an eye on things. Unless I'm needed here, okay? I keep my eye on everything. So if I see something, I'll be here for it. And I will come up every week, but just not as often as I have been. What else? I know that's a lot. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I'm not giving up on things. I just need to keep it together. And if anybody out there cares to give me some, and you know who you are, who I'm speaking to right now, you want to give me some clarification, I really use that right about now, okay? Because your girl's losing her shit lately. It's been a long, long journey for me, so I could really use it. So anyhow, all right, so like I said, nothing's going on here today. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I did do my quick things, my little videos, and I'll put stuff together when I get home and share what I do have on it. I'll tell you, the flags here, there's no buses here at the Capitol, okay? It's tons and tons and tons of tourists and kids, but there's no buses here. The flags are still at half staff, although they are back at full staff at the White House, so not sure what's up with that. But that's really, really it. And just a ton of construction, and parking was normal. I was going to do some, updates on the Fed Reserve and over at the Lincoln Memorial, but there's no parking to be found. I've just been pulling over and turning my hazards on for a minute to do the minute videos that I have today. So I'm just going to get out of here. I will come back up on Friday. Hopefully I can stay for the flight because I can use one. But that's about it, guys. It is my opinion that, and I can't confirm this for you, but with seeing how the new administration's in and how they're coming out with all of this stuff, and there's no particular real activity other than, I'm pretty sure they did all this stuff over the past 4 years, and that's what we did see in the beginning. So I'll just keep my eye on all of the stuff that they're bringing out, and I'll go back and put it together with what we've seen over the time. But I think that's where my position is in all of this right now is making sense of everything and going back and go, future proofs past, right? And that's where I think my role is for the most part right now, while I, keep pulling myself together. So, all right. So I'm sorry this was long. I'm sorry it was all over the place, but I've been wanting to, just unleash all this stuff, and it's like I don't want to be mean to people, and I don't want to put out shitty posts, and that's, I'm trying to grow through all this too and be a better person. I used to lash out, like y'all remember, I used to lash out, and I don't want to be like that, because we're all victims to this, even though they didn't want to do like any research and they just wanted to report us to get us blocked and deleted, and maybe things would have made a lot more sense had they actually have listened a little bit and done some research on the stuff we were sharing. Things would make a little bit more sense about what's going on right now. But I don't want to be the person that lashes out. So I've been trying to grow as a human being throughout this whole thing. Even when they do terrorize me, I don't want to do that. So I love you guys. Thanks for listening if you did this long. I'm not going anywhere. I just need to hang on. Okay, guys? So I love you. I'm getting my buns out of here. Like I said, I will come back up on Friday and just move forward from here, okay? But I'm going to be okay. I know that there are a lot of people that were like really worried and stuff. I'm going to be okay. I might be hurting and struggling, but I'm going to get through it, all right? And we're going to finish this together, all right? So I love you guys. I'll see you later.